Whew. Well, I have started streaming super early. I hope it works. I'm going to check it out right now. Sending data, so let's see. Okay. Really, art. Probably change that to something else. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to people who actually do art. It wouldn't be art. Is that a game? I'm gonna go with that. Okay, I'm just gonna check this stream real quick, make sure frickin' did it change? Am I still in it? Come on, man. Okay, cool. At least I'm showing some stuff. Skip the song. Make sure. I don't know why I'm not signed in. It's pretty nuts. That's not it. I mean, yeah. Hello. Hello. Okay. Not too bad. Just wanted to double check. Want to make sure my voice is coming through properly. Okay. Cool. So, to anyone who is going to just join in right now, I want to say welcome. Thank you for checking out the stream. Basically, I'm working on a story. It's on fanfiction.com. It's called Darknet Evolution. I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm working on a new chapter for it right now that I'm gonna post. And I thought this should be a cool way for me to kind of just do my writing that I need to get done, and talk with anybody if they want to, you know, just discuss creative stuff like storytelling, writing, I mean, grammar, I'm pretty bad at that, and things like that. So it's just a pretty chill stream. And what I'm showing on the left side right here, the no copyright music, I'm just showing that that's pretty much what I'm using for the music right now. And if you know any of you guys want to do the same thing for your streams or your videos, I would definitely recommend subscribing to their channel and, you know, listen to their music, because I mean they're doing such a great work. Like, the quality of the music is great, the vibes of it is super chill. I really enjoy them. I use them for my gaming streams and things like that. So yeah, it's a pretty chill website that I like listening to while I do this stuff, and I don't have to worry about copywriting infringement, which is a plus. So yeah. I'm about to start writing. I'm just making sure I have everything set up. Oh, and if any of you guys, you know, wanna put something on chat, or you know, just wanna leave a message or something like that, please go right ahead. I will definitely respond, because unlike playing 7 Days to Die that I was playing before, responding to it was a bit of a difficult thing. To any chat messages anybody left out, I feel really bad that I wasn't able to reply. I just have one screen at the moment. I am gonna get my other monitor screen soon, and then I can have the stream chat and everything like that on the side, and I'm not really worry about, you know, not being able to pay attention to everyone. So if you guys, any of you guys who came last time, are coming back and, you know, checking out the stream, I deeply, deeply apologize, because I honestly did not get any messages or any like pings or anything to check, and I had to alt-tab out of my game to be able to see what's going on. So I was too late to respond, and I'm very sorry about that. So any of you guys came, I thank you very much for checking out my stream, and I hope you liked it for as long as you watched. Next time, especially this time, I will respond quickly as I can, because I can actually see chat. So anyways, just making sure I have my last thing set up. I'm just trying to get to alright, cool. There it is. I have that as well. Alright. Lower down the music a little bit so my voice can be heard. I mean, I'll be typing, so I don't know how much you hear in my voice anyway, but yeah. Righty. Turn this down a little bit, just a little tiny bit, so it's not too loud and my voice can actually go through. So this is about 5:28 a.m. right now. Almost everyone is asleep, but my sleeping schedule has been completely bad, been garbage, and I have not been sleeping correctly at all. So, you know, I was up tonight and I was like, do I want to stream like games and stuff? And I was like, no, I have to get some writing stuff done. So I was like, you know what? Let me work on my fanfiction chapter, because I really enjoy writing stories and I love Batman, so I'm writing a Batman story. I actually have a little bit of a history to anybody who does watch this at some point. The Batman story is called Dark Knight Evolution. I'll show it again here. It's this right here. It's on fanfiction.com, Dark Knight Evolution by Joking Philosopher. If you guys are watching through my Twitch channel, you will see that it's my channel name is Docman123, but that's my gaming name. I always put Docman for my gaming streams and stuff like that, but for everything else I prefer Joking Philosopher. And yeah, I posted my first chapter in July 25th, 2012. That was around the same time, I think, when Dark Knight Rises came out, or I think a bit after. Sorry, bit early. The story was a bit after Dark Knight Rises, and I was super hyped about the movie. I loved it. I know it wasn't as good as this, The Dark Knight, but still, in my opinion, it was really good, and it just got me super pumped to just write a story. And I was thinking of like back in the day, like in 2012 and stuff like that, in 2012, 2011, I don't know if it's still going on. I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't checked out too many fan fiction stories anymore, but back in the day there was a huge thing, huge trend to take a character from one universe or one world and put them in a different one. And in my opinion, it's one of my favorite types of like fan fiction stories, because really, like, one second, just typing this up. So like, it's one of my favorite type of stories because I just really enjoyed the creativity involved in like taking that. It's a lot of character development, and I think this was one of my first ones for like really going into character development, because you have Batman. Of course, we all know Batman. We all have different interpretations of Batman, but you can kind of have a general sense of who Batman is and what they're supposed to be, and like what Batman is supposed to be, what Bruce Wayne is supposed to be, and everything like that. So there's usually a pretty good solid foundation that you can base it off of, but after that it's just like, I think you could interpret it in multiple different ways based on like the age, the day, the day and age, the type of story you want to tell, the tone, the theme. You can have a variety of ways to make Batman, so it's not really like you have to stick with one. So, and for me, what I did was I went for a young Bruce Wayne, and I'm talking about like, I think he was 15 or 16, and it's a young Bruce Wayne who basically begins the story, and he gets recruited because he's set in the Marvel universe, but kind of it's focused on the X-Men Evolution cartoon series that came out in early 2000s. One of the best, if not best, X-Men series in my opinion, because the 90s X-Men was like, it had a lot of like tones and themes to it, but like this one really connected, in my opinion, with teenagers, and kind of like, I don't know, I really liked how it was made. So I really liked X-Men Evolution. I thought this would be the best way to include Bruce in, and the way I did it was Bruce is a mutant. So this Marvel universe, everything you know, with relation to X-Men Evolution, everything is the same. The only thing is there's a Gotham City, and there is Wayne Industries, and there's Bruce Wayne, and you know, uh, what do you call it? Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne and all that stuff. Martha, why'd you say that name? And yeah, that's it. That's really it. Like, it's him existing in this world and getting recruited by the X-Men, and kind of like how he kind of deals with that, because he's not Batman yet, and he's kind of like growing. And I thought this would be a really cool way to kind of change the Batman story a little bit, in my opinion, and kind of create a new path, and a new path for, of course, X-Men and everything like that. And I just thought it'd be a cool little blend. It'd be a really cool thing to check out if people wanted to, you know, read it. So if you guys like, you know, reading fan fiction, if you guys like reading some cool stories, I mean, feel free to check this out. I hope you guys like it. Currently it's at 73,000 words, so I've been doing it for quite a while. I have been a bit inconsistent, but you know, I keep working on it. It's just sometimes I get sidetracked by other stuff. But this was a cool way in my thought process to really go into writing, and maybe talking about certain things in terms of character development, because I'm also like a writer I'm writing scripts, I'm writing other like original stories of my own, I'm writing what's the word, some D&D based RPG stories and stuff like that. Like I love writing in the storytelling genre, so I really like delving deep into it. So this one is kind of a taste of that, but I guess the process of it, and the process of my writing is not the best. I will say that it's I will say this, my skill set in writing is mediocre at best. I feel like once it's done, I have a pretty good story behind it. Like, I think my story is pretty good, but I think you know, writing it in different ways, and working on, you know, the not doing the he said she said crap and all that stuff is a lot of, it's quite difficult for me, because I didn't used to do it too much back in the day. And when I got into writing, grammar became a bit of a difficult thing for me. So I try my best to fix mistakes. Like, what I really do is, my process of writing anyway is just I just write content first, or ideas of where the content will go. I do research on whatever I'm talking about, and then I start writing. I just start writing all the different things, and once I finish kind of a basis of it, then I edit it. I make sure all the spelling mistakes are gone. So you see all of these like red mistakes. Yeah, it's just I haven't messed with them right now because I haven't finished writing. So once I finish writing, I fix all the mistakes, and then I look at the grammar and I read it out, and I make sure it kind of sounds decent and stuff like that. But even then, I make quite a few mistakes. But again, it's not like a huge, like, this is kind of what it looks like when I finish. So, you know, I mean, like I said, it's not the best piece of writing ever or something like that, but it's decent, and at least it sends the story across. And as long as I can relay the story, relay the tone, relay the characters well, I'm happy with it, because that's, if I can get that across, you know, I'm getting the major part of what I want to do through. The rest, I can keep going back into it, or maybe put it into like a grammar checker or something like that. Long story short, I have to work on my grammar. Yes, I have to work on my grammar. So if you guys see some horrendous grammar mistakes, please point them out. Let me know, and I can fix them right there and then. But for my first write through, I guess, don't worry too much about me messing up, because again, I'm gonna be going all the way, like all the way back and fixing it all up. So yeah. Anyways, so right now, what's going on is, if you guys are familiar with X-Men Evolution, let me go to the Wikipedia page, not the Wikipedia page, sorry, the, is it a Wikipedia? One second, I think it's Wikipedia, or is it the IMDb? There's a page that shows, the episodes. One second. By the way, I would right here, if you see on the stream itself, you know, I put the non-copyright music because, you know, I'm using their music and they do a great job, and I would definitely want to, you know, showcase them as much as possible as well, give them the support, because it's not my music at all. Like, I'm just being clear about that. But I would have put something else on as well, like maybe a webcam or something. And I do have a webcam. It's pretty good, but it's pretty dark right now, and the light, like, because I'm kind of insulated in a room which doesn't have that much light, and I'm not going to my own room because my girlfriend is sleeping right now. I don't want to wake her up with some light and talking, things like that. So I'm just not going to put a webcam in for now, and maybe later I'll definitely make that decision. Okay, yeah. So episode 8. Sorry, I was looking through the episodes. So season 1, episode 8. This is when Spike Evans, the X-Men, who is the nephew of Storm, the dude who, you know, spikes come out of him, and he likes skateboarding and stuff like that. He basically goes into the whole filming the current events of his life, and Sabretooth uses his camera and him filming everything as a way to finally find the Xavier Institute and hunt down Wolverine, you know? I don't know if you guys remember that episode. I mean, it's been a while, but oh, and please, yeah, check out X-Men Evolution, and of course check out Batman stuff. Like, X-Men Evolution, in my opinion, is one of the best, like I said, series out there, so really check them out. They're really dope. What was I saying? Yeah, that episode was like the first season, so I think it was like in 2000, so it's like a way back. But yeah, check out the episode, and if you remember the moments, then I think you'll be able to better relate to what I'm writing right now. But I can describe some stuff about, you know, what's going on and things like that with it. But and also, if you have any other suggestions, or if you need me to like increase the size of my text or anything really, please just let me know, because I am always watching. Came out so creepy, but what can you do? Alright, so here we go. So currently, what's happening is Sabretooth has been going after Bruce, and Bruce is not able to handle Sabretooth at all. Like, he does not have the experience or the capabilities currently to be able to handle him. This is the first time he ever meets Sabretooth, like in this altercation, so he kind of slowly starts kind of figuring out like who Sabretooth is in terms of abilities, because he knows what Logan is capable of doing. So he's very outmatched currently. So it's gonna take him a bit to be able to figure out what to do. And currently what he did is that he made it to a factory, an oil factory, where he saw basically in a warehouse multiple oil barrels, and he kind of came up with a pretty cool plan to break open the oil barrels and just kind of let the oil flow through. He even doused himself in the oil and kind of to take away the scent, to at least take away one, you know, senses from this creature. Sorry, this mutant that's after him. And that's kind of where he is right now. So yeah, let me just read back what is okay. So yeah, there's a third on top of the building, few steps coming from walking a bit. Again, this sounds really not that great, but trust me, I will change it up soon. It's glass smash through the ceiling, and then the hole comes through, and then Sabertooth drops. Boom. Dope. Okay. So what do we do here? Okay, so he says you can't hide from me, kid. I'm pretty sure he's gonna say it with a snarl or something. Snarl. Or maybe like a grin or something. But Bruce is gonna stay quiet, hide behind in the corner. See that? I don't know if this gives like a good description, but I guess it kind of gives you an idea. So it starts to sniff the air. Or sniff the air in the warehouse? I would say like he shows an annoying. It would be a shows an annoyance, an annoyed face. After a moment, turns with annoyed. Looks around the building. Smart. Can't smell ya. I actually can't remember what his shoot. I can't remember what he sounded like. This is my YouTube channel, by the way. I also have Instagram, Twitter, and of course Twitch and streaming and all that stuff. I just want to hear his voice. Pause for a second.
Want to follow there? Runt. Bring it up. Unfinished business, Runt. Unfinished business, Runt.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I don't want to like watch the whole thing and put copyright claims on my thing. I'm just trying to get the... I mean, I don't own any of these characters or anything like that. I know I'm just doing a fan fiction thing. I just want to make sure I get the voice right.
Can't change it. I didn't know your destiny. We can't fall by the other's hand. Our destiny, we can't change it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think I know how he sounds. Okay, so... Can't smell ya. I'm just gonna try to visualize in my own head how he's gonna be speaking. So let me put the music back on. Oh, wait a minute. 1 second. Guys, 1 second, I'm sorry. Oh man, can't believe I have that set up like this. Second, I am sorry. I'm just going to my YouTube channel real quick because I'm streaming off of that too. I did not put the right categories, so that's a bit messed up. I want to make sure that I'm gonna go ahead and put. I want to make sure I put where is it at? Go ahead and put there. There we go. Nope. Not at all what I was trying to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and write down who these. I'm just writing the description real quick. There we go. I can post, yeah. Tags, story. There we go. That'd be good. Just wanted to make sure I have a decent amount of back to this. Go to go. Don't know why the thumbnail's that, but okay. Anyways. Okay, where am I at? Oh yeah. Just gonna drink some more water while I talk about this to myself. Scans the building. Looks around their building. Scans. The building. Oh, but that sounds too robotic. Like, does it mean? I'll change it up. I'll change it up. It's cool. Bruce remains quiet. That. I call those. I called them stun gloves. Cool. Stun glove. be enough. Roars. Roars like an animal. Like. And swipes. Actually, he wouldn't do that. As he looks down at ground, he leans down. Actually, as he kneels down at the ground, wiping his fingers. Wet oil the floor. Okay, cool. So instead of this coming up first, I'm gonna put this coming up this. From what I know about Sabretooth, not including the show, of course, he's pretty smart. He's pretty tactical. So I wouldn't imagine him to just be like a complete, you know, like a hulking, raging monster or something like that. I think he would be very calculated, very smart, and he would be like taking very, sorry, just getting something. Okay, taking very strategic views of the situation. Like, I don't think he would just start like roaring crazy. Like, I think he would be looking through like what's going on and trying to figure it out. Looking at his stun glove. So this is where so the way I've made Bruce, he's obviously very intelligent. Like, I've made him super smart. I don't want to reveal too much because, you know, it would be cool if you guys go ahead and read it. But I mean, you know, I also understand that it's it may not be everyone's cup of tea, stuff like that. So, but for people who might want to check it out, I don't want to reveal too much, but he's just very smart. So I have a lot of inner monologues with him, because the other thing about Bruce Wayne that's very interesting, in my opinion, compared to another story that I think was really well done. Basically what they had done was, and this is like back in the 2011 part where I was talking about how there was a trend of like taking a character from one world, putting it in another. I know there was a bunch for Naruto, but they had done someone had done it for Smallville, and they had put Smallville Clark Kent into X-Men Evolution. It was done really well. I really liked it, and I kind of wanted to do my own take on it. Like, I really enjoyed. I don't know if it was a. I don't know if the author was a male or female, but I really enjoyed their work. But when I was working with writing this story, it became very difficult after the first few chapters, because I realized once Bruce finally got to the Xavier Institute that he's antisocial. Like, he's super antisocial. He wouldn't be talking with anyone. He wouldn't be engaging with people unless it's very, like, direct to the point. Like, this is a teenager Bruce Wayne. He doesn't have the charismatic skill set yet to kind of fake his way through so many people. So he comes off very standoffish and very opinionated and very almost cold. And I've had Bruce go on a crazy ass ride so far, so he kind of comes off like that, and because of these deep-seated psychological issues that he deals with, and because of that, coming back to the point that I'm trying to make here, I have a lot of thought sequences. Like I have a lot of him thinking and writing what he's thinking. He's very analytical. He's very. I almost have made him very Sherlock Holmes kind of a guy. Like I've made him very calculating, very predicting of things, very observant of the environment. Because to me, like, how do I make him interesting? Than just being like, okay, Bruce is here, Bruce is doing this, and Bruce says a few words, and that's it. Like, you know, I want kind of the readers or the audience to really get into the head of Bruce Wayne, so that way they can kind of see like what he might be thinking and what he might be doing or what he might be saying or showing comparatively. So because he is the main character of the show, I mean of this story, so I kind of expect a lot of those kind of like, you know, I don't know what they're called. Thoughts? I guess just thoughts. Whatever. That. Remains quiet, looking at his stun glove. Okay. Crease. Bitch. Max. It would drink. There we go. That would be, I think that's decent. And usually what I do with whenever someone's, I mean, I even have other people talking in their head. I kind of just do this a bit of italics, so that way, someone told me in one of my previous chapters that, you know, they couldn't tell when someone was saying something or someone was thinking something, so this was a way for me to change it up, and I think it works. I think it gives people an idea of like what's going on without feeling too confused. Gotta change this. Okay. Oh, yeah, he will do that. Okay. What's next? Okay, let's think. Okay, got it. Okay, so he is ripped. Other side. The corner. The warehouse, I guess? I hope this doesn't imply that it's outside the warehouse, though. Leans his head to get first. Come until Night Barrow. Things. Feet next to him, breaking through. letting letting more and more oil. No, letting more and more. Wait. Breaking through other barrels and letting more oil spill out. More and more oil spill out. There we go. That makes sense. Surprised by his the his thought process. By the way, this music does not work for me to like. Oh man, it's like all motivational and stuff. Okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. Other action, but firmness, thought process, Bruce doesn't move an inch. Yeah, I'm gonna have another thought. Oh, what do we say? Actually, I would say has he lost it? Yeah, that sounds better. North side of the as long as it's just so here, I think it'll be an interesting conundrum for Bruce, because he's like, is this guy, like, has he lost his mind? Is he just like, you know, throwing these barrels around? Does he, just because he can't smell him, like, what's going on, type of thing? And I think this is a interesting way for to kind of to showcase actually Sabretooth himself, because the way I have it is Bruce is smart, but he's not as experienced. So at the moment, he is going to come to certain conclusions, which I think is natural for his character. Staying still. Turns up the. By the way, the stun glove that I'm saying, basically what it is, I explained it in the earlier part of this chapter. I kind of wrote it here, yeah. So basically what he did, because he was working on essentially a gadget that would be kind of close range, and so he kind of took, you know, basically a stun baton and a taser, and he kind of worked on creating almost like a kind of like a glove, but also I can't remember what they're called. Ah man, what are they called? those knuckles, when you put those brass knuckles, yeah, he basically made like a brass knuckles stun glove where he can increase the voltage of it, so when he hits someone there's a huge discharge of, you know, electricity that just shoots outwards into whoever he's fighting, and he can like kind of mess with the voltage to make sure he doesn't go, you know, too much that he kills someone, but there's like a balance to it. So that's kind of like the thing that he has currently. Also, he just got out of school, like he just left school. This is right after school, so unfortunately he doesn't have all of his stuff either, so you know, that is a struggle for him a little bit. Anyways, let me go back. Okay, turns up the voltage for the stun glove. E. What does he do next? But if that's the case, I like having dots to give pauses, but I don't know, I'll see how it sounds once I finish. But if that's the case, next voltage shot should be enough to east down. I escape. God, man, this music. Like, I really like it, but man, it's so tough. I gotta find one second, I'm gonna go find, still in the same website, I'm just gonna find something more hardcore to listen to. If they have hardcore though. Oh my god, no, I'm good. That's what about this? Here, that's news intro, okay. Nope. Okay. Go with. Alright, we'll go with chill. I mean, not like I'm trying to have a music. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to make the music for the story. Just something in the background to listen to. Yeah. One of my favorite ones from this place is guitar one. I just love the guitar solo on it. It just sounds so good. Oh, wait, I think, wait, yeah, this one. I just love the guitar in this, it's so good. And it definitely inspires me to write some more. Also, I know the show was set in 2000s, but in mine it's set like 2016 or something like that, 2015 or 2016, because I don't think because I have cell phones in my stuff in my story, and I don't think it's that big of a deal if I change the time periods, because the relevancy of when the show was going on wasn't that much of a big factor. It was very self-contained in what they were doing, so I think they could be fitted in like almost any timeline, to a certain degree at least. So I think Bruce having a cell phone is a good idea here. And surprise, surprise, Bruce is not having a good relationship with all these X-Men people. Would have thought that. I'll figure it out. There we go. I wonder if there's a way. Actually, never mind. That's okay. Oh, really? Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually. You're right. You're right. But I use quotation marks for like when someone's talking. So I don't know if because I also use it here. Let me kind of like here. If you see, like I kind of do those here. Or I guess are you talking about the? Well, I forgot what that symbol is. And by the way, hi. Hi, Axie Boost. But yeah, like, I use it for that. Yeah, they were Bruce's thoughts, absolutely. And that's why I put them in italics, because when they just speak, so when you have whenever I have, like, them having conversations, that's when I just do the quotation marks for just convo, because in my story, people were having trouble when, for example, someone would be talking to Bruce. Oh, Axel. Okay, I didn't see. The thing is, it's super blue. Oh, I see it. Okay, cool. Axel, got it. My bad. Yeah, but in the story here, I was getting replies that when people would be talking, so like when characters would be talking to Bruce, there would be a bit of confusion because Bruce would say something or be thinking something else. Yeah, he is. He is. That's true. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're saying that because there's no real conversation going on right now, there's no need to worry about any italics. I see your point. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I will agree with that point, sir, because he is just talking to himself, and if that's the case, well, he's not. Well, he's thinking to himself, but still, yeah, he's it's just him, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Plus, I also mention it, so that'd be cool. Alright. I thank you for the tip, sir. I appreciate it. Okay, gotcha. Right. You know what? See, I'm learning so much stuff right now. I will definitely employ those steps in this one. Because yeah, I do mine very differently, but that was just because I was kind of like trying to figure out how to make it sound decent. But I like those points. Thank you. I will actually note them down real quick. I'm gonna put in my Word file to just do that. I'm just gonna copy what you just wrote. Right. No. I understand. I definitely like. I don't know much about, you know, the full format. Like I haven't paid too much attention to it. Kind of go with my own thing. So I appreciate it. I'm not saying that this is your opinion. Is I'm going by what you're saying. I'm just saying in my from my opinion, from what I do. I do things like this, but I always want to improve, so I appreciate someone explaining more stuff to me. Thank you. Alright, so... yeah. But really, I appreciate it. And how are you doing? I did not expect someone to be awake like this early. I don't actually know what time it is for you, but right now for me it's like 6:20. So unless there's early risers who are just excited about the day, stuff like that. Okay, so he's I would say I can do this. That would be good. And so he will wait for a moment. Oh, I was just saying how you're doing, because my stream right now is pretty early from where I am, so I didn't expect anyone to be on. So I'm just asking how you are. The noise comes closer. Not the noise, let's say it's like wrecking. The sounds come closer to. Ready to. Oh yeah. It's pretty cold out here, in Texas anyway. I didn't expect it to be this cold, but it's pretty cold out this morning, so I'm planning to work out later, and I'm dreading it because I don't like going out in the cold. I enjoy the cold weather, but when it's to do something like work out, it's just the cold weather makes me want to just stay inside warm in a blanket. Maybe give call to... Oh yeah. Gotcha. Okay. You're saying like pretty much the whole sentence? Like all of this? Like the one I'm highlighting? Or are you just talking about like here? So you mean like this, I'm assuming? Gotcha. That. Okay, got it. Every other thought. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Sounds good. I like it. I like it. Sounds come closer. Ready to attack. Actually, no. He becomes, yeah. Footsteps. Ever. He becomes still when he hears footsteps about 10 feet from him. I have the visual in my head of like what's going on and what I want to say, but I'm trying to figure out like how to say it right. Oh yeah, gotcha. Right. So basically what's happening is the idea here is Sabretooth is just throwing and trashing around these barrels, and Bruce is just kind of preparing and waiting as he hears him almost 10 feet away from him. But then he kind of pauses, basically Bruce kind of pauses as Sabretooth pretty much starts speaking. So I'm kind of trying to describe that kind of the tension and kind of the switch of pace, where basically something occurred to cause Sabretooth to stop, and which causes Bruce to be like, wait, what? That's kind of like what I'm trying to showcase. It's kind of being a bit weird for me right now. Or maybe I should just rewrite it in a different way. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, calmly waits the sound comes closer, ready to attack. However, how about this? However, becomes he not becomes, but however he maybe stops? No, not stops. However, something when he, I'm gonna put a blank here for now. I'm gonna figure out what to write for that. Oops. Okay. When he hears the footsteps stop. Stop, and a voice speaks. Not a voice speaks, but a voice comes through. Voice comes through? No, that's weird. Ah, man, I can't believe I'm struggling here. So I would say, I think what's causing me to mess up is because the calmly waits basically creates the, like, he's already still. So if I make this Bruce prepares, stand still, waiting quietly as the sound of heavy footfalls come closer. Before long, the enemy is right on top of him, no less than 10 feet away. Wow, that sounds so much better than I wrote. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Yeah, Yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. You don't mind if I use that Axel, because that sounds way better than what I wrote. He's behind a few barrels. Yeah, I'll change it up a little bit because I still like the idea of like, because I'm gonna go with Bruce stands still, like you wrote, but I would go for maybe perhaps preparing quietly, because he's getting ready to fight and then that happens. He's behind a few barrels, so basically what's occurred so far is stand still. Yeah, my bad. Thank you. What's happened so far is that Bruce has come into this warehouse while he's being chased, and he's figured out that the enemy basically can smell him, so he took out a huge amount of he's not preparing if you stand. Right. I would say, oh yeah, you're right. I think I do mean like mentally preparing, because you would have to get ready to fight. Well, let me just first see with this one, because I like how you really wrote it. Comes closer. Less than 10 feet away. Because my idea actually is instead of trying to like mess with this sentence, because I really like this, the next part is where I can change it up. So basically I would go from here to surprisingly. Footsteps. Up. Voice shouts. Shouts outwards. Shouts outwards or shouts through? I'll decide on that. And then I can go into the conversation of what the dude is gonna say. Figured. Because the story isn't being told from perspective. Yeah, it's being told from someone outside of the story looking in. Gotcha. See that right there? That really helps me right there, because I've always been a bit confused, because yeah, it's definitely in third person, so it's like as a narrator, we can all see what's going on. The only time I get confused with that, because I totally get what you're saying, is if I was to how would I show if Bruce was surprised without trying to go into like trying to be in first person, basically, like what you said. As soon as the footsteps stop. Okay. Yeah, but like that's kind of like my question about it, because I'm like, how do I show if what do I do when you're surprised? I mean, become shocked, or still, or grasp. Okay. Yeah, I do use those. Right, right, right. Yeah, I do use those. I definitely use the eyes widen when something occurs. I think I'll use that for the next one. Right. I get you. Yeah, actually, I do that. I do that. I didn't know if I was doing it right because there are moments where I have had those, like, Bruce's eyes widen based on someone saying something. Like taking a deep breath, for example. Stuff like that. Like I have those, so I'm glad to hear that kind of is kind of how you're supposed to do it, because I didn't know if I was doing it wrong, so I appreciate that. Cool. Absolutely, I agree entirely. 10 minutes. Figure out what I could do in minutes. That's the case. I know. Ooh. That sounds really good too. I'll actually that actually sounds really good. Yeah, the chill down the spruce spines. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay, okay. Yeah, the footstep stop and voice echoes. I like the voice echoes part. By the way, if you don't mind me asking,